Day 7, and I can feel just how excited you are by this point. After yesterday's scrub, how could we top that? Let's have a look. This feels weird. Okay, now I've got the door stuck. What is that? We have a scrunchie. Now, I make scrunchies, so this one's twisted as well. It's completely twisted round. And I mean, what? Yeah, I make this. Oh, this smells weird. This smells more than the cosmetics. Yeah, I make scrunchies. It's not a cosmetic, but I don't care. It's part of the calendar. Let's make it better. Okay, I'm making a scrunchie, I guess, and I'm not used to filming this. So first of all, you've got your long piece of fabric and it's inside out and it's folded over in two. Then you want to place your little tag, if you've got a tag, inside sort of halfway down the seam and sew that on so that when you take it off, it looks something like this. And you'll see that'll be then the right side up. Then you need to fold it. It's called the burrito method because you fold it apparently a bit like a burrito. So fold the top layer into itself like that and make a little tube inside, and then fold the outer edges across so that they meet exactly. Try and get them to meet exactly or you will have a wonky scrunchie. Then you need to sew all the way down the seam. As you get to the end, you need to kind of pull the inner tube out. So you're pulling it out towards yourself and then it'll elongate the tube so that you can continue sewing the seam. It makes sense once you try it. It's one of those things that you have to kind of try making to understand how to make, or just watch someone that films it a lot better than me. But here you go. This is me sewing the outer tube, and you just keep sewing until you basically get to where you originally started sewing, because it comes around in a circle. You'll see your stitches at the end, and you want to leave about 2 to 3 centimeters gap because you need to be able to turn this the right way in again, because obviously we're sewing it inside out. So once that's done, this is what you do. You just find the hole and pull all of the inner tube out, and then you have your scrunchie tube essentially with a hole in one end, and then there's our tag the other end. And just check that it's not twisted and that you've got it all nice and flat. Then you need some elastic and a ruler. And because of the size of the scrunchie I'm doing giant scrunchies, I normally have about 10 or 11 inches of elastic, and I normally have thinner elastic than this as well. This is quite wide. But anyway, this is what we've got. I won't lie, this is the worst scrunchie I've ever made, probably because I was filming it, but we'll go with it. And you just put the little bodkin clip on the elastic, and that helps you feed it through the scrunchie tube, and just feed it all the way around until it comes out the other end. Don't lose your ends. And then you just need to tie a triple knot. So tie 1, tie 2 and pull it tight, and then tie 3 and pull it really tight, and then just cut off the excess, and then just let it go inside the scrunchie. And then we need to seal that little hole because no one wants a hole in the end of the scrunchie. So to do that, we just line it up and then we sew backwards and forwards to seal each edge, and then that's it. Just sew as close to the edge as possible and as neatly as possible, and then you have a scrunchie. And this is a giant scrunchie. I will put all the measurements and things like that on Patreon in case you want to make scrunchies yourself, but there's much better tutorials than mine. This is just what Vlogmas told me to make. So let's do our little comparison. This is the one that I just made, and this is what was in the calendar. Even though this is the worst scrunchie I've ever made, I still like mine better. So I'll call it a success. This was theirs, complete with loose thread, and this was mine. And then I'll just demonstrate the stretchiness because why not? It's weird not making cosmetics on this channel, but I do make and sell scrunchies. If you want a scrunchie, I do have a few left in stock. I haven't remade a load yet, which is why I'm so rusty at making them right now. But anyway, yeah, the method and the measurements and stuff will all be on Patreon if you want to make them. And I'll see you tomorrow for something else.